Great Rising, living through your vision. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. How's everyone doing today? Oh, you know I like to do that. Oh, that's that release. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. It's a beautiful day in Zamunda. We are at a lovely 81 degrees according to my car thermometer. And nevertheless, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in sunny South Florida. I love it here. I just do. I really love it here. And I don't know. I've been a couple of places, but I always come back home. So this is where I'm at. This is where I'm going to be. This is where I'm going to stay. At least for now. So we're good. Well, I just wanted to bring to you, I've been doing a series, and I think I'm going to rename the series in the beginning, because a lot of what I'm talking about, it's based off of original intent, and it's based off of manifestation. And something came to me this morning, the spirit came to me this morning with this very clear and cogent sense of understanding that I want to share with you guys. I couldn't wait to get somewhere where I needed to do it right now, because I'm like, I gotta get it out while it's fresh. But I just want to give you a spiritual perspective of something. Once again, I'm always going to put my disclaimer out there that this information is not for everybody. It is for everybody. I take it back. It is for everybody. But you have to be at a certain point to be ready to receive this information. So it is for everybody. It is for everybody. But I do understand that everybody is at a different level. So I feel like if you are watching this video and you're looking at this video, there's something that's within you that wants to be awakened. Because I'm sure by now everybody kind of know where I'm at, mind, body, and spirit. And my videos kind of execute who I am in this authenticity. So if you're watching this video, then that means that there's a part of you that wants to be awakened. Because I am awakened. I'm an awakened being, still in progress, learning each and every day. Because just because you become awakened, it doesn't mean that you're all knowing of everything. It's still a journey. You're still in this incarnation. You're still in having a human experience. So there's still belief systems that we still have that kind of runs us. So it's a day-to-day thing. It's a growing process. But I will say, if you're watching this video and if you are watching my other videos, you know who I am and you know what I'm about. So with that being said, I want to just jump right on into it. I was talking about manifestation on my other videos, and I'm gonna start this is gonna be a little series about in the beginning, and then it has a little subtitle underneath it in regards to what the particulars of the video is about. And then I'm gonna number them 1, 2, and 3, 4, and so on and so forth. But I wanted to touch base on how to understand belief systems from a spiritual perspective, because it actually came to my heart. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The reason why we're going through experiences and we're having human experiences is because of the cultivation of our belief systems and what we believe in. And depending on what we believe in, that we have internalized within ourselves, depends on the experiences that we're going to have as a result of those beliefs that we have now made our truth. And that's where the experiences come into part, because you now believe in something, and because those beliefs are going to manifest whatever its original intentions were. So you have to also understand that there's a plethora. It's infinite. People manifest every day. And you also have to understand that you are creators. We are creators, right? So if you understand that we are creators, and then our creativity manifests things, right? So what was the original intent of that manifestation? So let's say I wanted to manifest something, right? What energy did I use to create and manifest this whatever it is? Like for an example, pain. Okay, who was the creator of pain? Who was the creator of pain? And I'm gonna get back to all of this stuff, because most of what I'm saying is the byproduct or the illusionary aspect of certain things. So when it goes, I'm actually now in the light phase of belief systems and manifestations. I'm actually in the light phase of it. I spoke about the darkness, and now I'm talking about the light, but I'll connect the two in maybe another video. But what I want people to get to understand is the reason why we're having these experiences is part of the reason is because of this ideal. And I'm gonna say ideal because it may sound foreign to a lot of people until they get it, right? So as I said, like pain, or who manifested pain? Who's the what entity, energy, or being manifested pain? Because we manifest things all the time, right? We are creators. We have the ability to create. We have the ability to manifest. There's an infinite amount of manifestations. So therefore, what is the original intent of that manifestation? What energy went in to create this intention, right? So now, what happened in terms of belief systems is that if you are not the originator, meaning that if you did not create this intention or create this manifestation, right? It's not coming from your being, from within. You just decided that because mama did it, daddy did it, grandma did it, and everything, you decided that, okay, well, it got to be right, or what have you. What happens is that whatever the intentions were in its creation and its conception, you've taken on all of that comes along with that. So if it goes against the real true intent of who you are, then you're going to have the experiences that cultivated that experience in its original intent, and what it has how can I say, manifested itself to be up until today's date, right? Because all that comes with, because your free will is what cannot be touched. So if your free will saying that you believe in this thing or whatever, and it wasn't your creation, now you have basically adopted everything that has came along with somebody else's creation, somebody else's intentions, and all the problems, the good, the bad, the ugly, and indifferent that comes along with that manifestation, because you believe in it. This is why they say we need to go back to one, because when you go back to one, you start living in your own manifestations. You start living in your own creations, because your intentions and the energy that pushes those intentions are that of yours. So therefore, you wouldn't really suffer. You understand what I'm saying? If you have good intentions, or if you have the intentions of love, because your creation comes from a different energy. But when we start believing in other people's creations and other people's manifestations, then we take on all that comes along with that belief, because our free will allow us to believe in it, and it will allow it to be our relative truth in our relative reality, because it's not your creation. It's not absolute. It didn't come from you, the oneness of who you are, right? So that's how you need to start understanding and understand the belief systems, because whatever conceptualized it, whether it's an entity, a spiritual entity, whether it's a being, whether it's a human being, alien being, or whatever the case may be, or some type of deity, or whatever the case may be, whatever the intentions were in the conception of what it is that you believe in, you're going to carry that weight and all that comes along with those intentions and that belief. It's going to affect your life. So this is why we have these experiences, because the idea is to bring you back to the oneness of yourself and stop depending on outside things outside that was not created by you, by your own intentions, right? Because your own intentions is what really governs you. right? That's the truth of who you are. That's why it's always imperative, to know thyself. My daughter came to me this morning and said her higher self told her that, it's going to take some time for her to get over XYZ or what have you, and it's going to take some time. And I said to her, well, your higher self told you that because that's what you are in agreement with. You are in agreement that it's going to take some time. If your higher self can't, alter your free will, because it's just telling you what it is that it sees of you in this moment, because that's the truth of who you are. That is what you have given authority and permission to. So if your higher self comes to you and say, well, it's going to take some time, and you say, well, I don't want it to take time, then guess what? You have the ability to change that. Your free will has the ability to change that, and you can make it, because what your higher self is doing is saying to you is that this is the truth of what you, and as long as that's your truth, then that's what's going to be. Right? So if you wanted to have something else, then you have to change that. You have to create the change. You have to be the change that you want to see. It comes from within, right? So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful experience. Like I said, I'm learning, so much, because now I'm following the truth within me. I am creating what it is that I want to see for myself, and not listening to things that was created by somebody else's intentions, because their intentions may not necessarily fall in alignment with who I am from a soul level, right? From a soul level. So, but the free will allows me to have that experience. If I want to have that experience under those intentions, which is now we call beliefs, X, Y, and Z. Right? So that, I just want to give people an idea of why our journey is toward the way that it is, because of the beliefs that we have. And if you are not the originator, of, to give you an example, pain, if you didn't manifest pain, you wasn't an originator to manifest happiness, you're not the originator to manifest these things, because if you want to engage in something else that was manifested by another entity, the conceptualization of another entity that manifested that thing. If happiness is good energy, right? So that's okay if that's what you want, and it's of a benefit to you, and you want to have those experiences, and it's not your creation. That's okay, because it's of an enhancement and a benefit to you. But pain now, internal pain, right? Not physical pain, but the internal pain. Who manifested that? Who created that? What deity, what entity, what being pulled out the darkness and created pain, right? So if you believe in pain, right? If at some level, if you believe in pain, then you're gonna have those experiences, right? And people can look at me, but Patrice, yes, you do. You have control. You have control over you. You have control what you want to give life to, right? You have control. You have that free will you have the power to do that. It's just in terms of how you understand it. And when you start understanding the powers that you have within yourself, you can start pick, choose, and refuse. Because there's a lot of things that are created, that are manifest, that is not your creation, but it is in alignment with you at a soul level, right? It is in alignment as a soul at a soul level. So this is why beliefs is it's important to understand it from a spiritual perspective, because this is who we are. We tend to understand things from a literal perspective, and that's fine. But those are the shadows of sin. Those are what I call the shadow sense of understanding, the illusionary aspect of understanding. But when you start understanding things from at a soul level, it changes the game. Your whole life changed. Your whole life changed, because now you realize that that's not my intention, that is not me, and therefore it's not in alignment with my soul. So even if somebody else, even if a deity or entity or a being, be it a human being, alien being, or whatever, created it, right, and manifested it and created it, if it's in soul alignment with you, and it's of benefit, it's okay, even though it's not your creation. But if it's not in alignment with you at a soul level, and you still have belief in it because mama, daddy, sister, brother, grandmama, and all everybody, and Auntie May and the society is going along with the program, then that's where you're going to go through this. It's okay. But just know that all that comes with those intentions that created that belief, you're going to have the experiences as a result. And by this time in the game, it has like a cell. It has multiplied. So you have inherited all of those expressions of that original intention to deal with because of a simple belief, because you believe in it. Your free will allow you to believe in it. And that's where people don't really get that gist of understanding of how powerful we really are. So now we've inherited all the multiplications, all of the expressions from that original intent because of a simple belief. So that's why you got to be careful about what you believe in. You got to understand who you are, know thyself. So therefore you can start believing in things that runs in parallel of who you are, you know, at a soul level, right? Because that will make your life much easier. I'm telling you, I ain't asking, I'm telling you. I ain't asking, I'm telling you. So I just want to say, and I want to say also too that, you know, I'm speaking this aspect of it is part of the light system. And I've been talking about, you know, darkness and God and darkness and everything, and I know that kind of made y'all cringe a little bit. I'm sorry, but not sorry. I know that made y'all cringe a little bit, but this aspect of this particular video is actually about light. This is a reflection, right? This is the reflective aspect of light. And remember, I told you that light is a byproduct or a manifestation from darkness, right? So when you and I'll tie in the two in the next video, but I just want you guys I want to try to get you guys in that zone to start cleaning house, right? To start cleaning house and start like what you know, ask yourself, your soul, like, well, I didn't create pain. I didn't create misery. I didn't create sadness. So who created sadness? That ain't your problem. Who created it? If it don't fit, you must have quit. Get rid of it, right? That ain't your problem. When you know at a soul level that it's not in alignment with your soul, then that's a clear indication that you need to let it go. You need to let it go. That's not a belief that you should believe in, right? Because now you're inheriting all of that crap and its manifestations and its multiple million infinite expressions now, because it has millions of expressions. You're inheriting all of that to be a part of your experience, right? So I just want people to really kind of take a look at that, because it'll if you're really ready to be, how can I say, your optimum self, you'll start cleaning house. You'll start cleaning house within yourself, because you have to be the change that you want to see. That's why it's very important, to know thyself. That is the most, everything that you hear is about knowing of thyself. And when you know thyself and you know what it is and you know yourself at a soul level, it changes the game for you. So I'm going to speak more on this subject matter, and I'm going to tie into two. As I say, I'm going to change what I've been doing for the past couple of days, so that you guys can have a following of what video to go to next, after next, so that it can all tie in and make sense to you. Because I think that, it's time for us to clean up. It's time for us to clean up and stop putting our soul through all this unnecessary stuff that we don't even have to go through. We just don't have to go through. You going through it because you choose to go through it for whatever it is that you want to go through in your life. But it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be strenuous. It's just because of the belief systems that you have. And I just want to go into I'm going to go into the biblical aspect of things. It's going to get real deep up in this kitchen. It's going to get hot. I'm telling y'all, it's going to get real hot, because I'm not playing no games. I'm real serious about, you know, placing a sense of awareness for those who are ready for it at this level. I'm you know, so you go and get it and be ready for it. And you might not like a lot of it, but it's all right. You're here for a reason, you know. So with that being said, you guys, peace and love. I love you guys immensely with all my heart and soul. I think you guys are amazing. And, you know, we are in this. We're going to grow. We're going to learn. We're going to grow. And we're going to be the best versions of ourselves, you know, because it's important. All that other stuff that, you know, it ain't worth the hassle, you know. It's just not. So with that being said, I'm going to end here. Peace and love. And it's a beautiful day in Zamunda. And I shall commence to talking with you guys later. And I always forget this part. If you like this video, please like it. If you like the content of what is being provided on this channel, please subscribe. And most importantly, if you feel like if somebody can use or benefit from the information, please share. And even more importantly, if you have something to say or any questions, please comment, because as I say, and I feel, each one teach one. You know, we are here to grow and learn and have experiences, and we could be of assistance to one another, because we are, believe it or not, is in service to each other. All right. So peace and love, everybody. And I shall talk to you guys later. Bye.